Afternoon, PA Figs here. Figured I'd give an update on how the greenhouse is going. You can see we've gotten a little bit warmer weather lately, and the fig trees are really sprouting out. One second, my lens looks like it's dirty. Let me clear it off. Alright, sorry about that. So yeah, the fig trees are really coming to life in here, and really doing well. Almost too well, to the point of where I've got to start worrying about them getting leggy. And I've got a good month at least before I can put them outside here, so it's always a battle this time of the year where you want to get them started early, because the earlier you get them started, the more likely you are to get the fruit to ripen at the end of the year. But you also have to worry about them getting really leggy in the greenhouse, and they don't always transition real well. I usually put them in a shady spot for the first week, but it doesn't seem to matter sometimes. They still get pretty burned. So one neat thing to see is this Bordeaux Negro Ramada. You can see it has a variegated leaf on it. This happened last year as well, and I should have marked the branch that it happened on, because I am curious to see if it's the same branch each year. I don't think it is, because this is actually an air layer of the top of the tree, and I believe the variegated leaf was on the bottom of the tree last time. But you can see I did leave some figs on it that developed real late, and you can see they're actually still doing okay. It looks like they may actually make it to ripeness, but we'll see. But yeah, some variegated figs on here. It's looking real good, and hopefully they will hopefully they'll ripen, but we'll see. Alright, update on the seeds. The seeds are doing real well. You can see some geraniums that I planted. Some lobelia. The lobelia hasn't really done that well. I did reseed that there. The alyssum has done very well. Delphinium's doing pretty good. The bee balm in the back's doing okay. Now you can see this lobelia had sprouted. We overseeded it again. That's the new seed coming up there, but didn't take off real well. The alyssum's doing real good. Both sides, royal carpet and snow. Heliotrope did very, very poorly. Almost no sproutage whatsoever, no germination whatsoever. Maybe one over there at the very far end. Same with the columbines. The verbascum did very well. Some of this lobelia up here sprouted, and again the alyssum's doing very well in the back. Butterfly flowers, which I believe are the same as milkweed. Not exactly sure. Now, what do you guys do with these little seed pods that come on these leaves and they get stuck? I like to pull them off if they come gently. If they don't come gently, I leave them. Like this one is not coming gently, so I'll leave that one alone. And again, some more alyssum. That black Madeira there, very strange, very droopy leaves. It may be time to repot it. Just does not seem real happy. I've moved it around a couple times. Can't tell if it's too much water, too little water, but seems not happy with me for some reason. Everything else in the greenhouse is pretty happy though. We've got a rose bush. It's Double Delight, about to flower here. Its leaves are very droopy too, and I can't quite figure out why. I mean, it did get, it's about, what, a little over 80 in the greenhouse right now. Maybe that's a little too warm, I don't know. But leaves are a little droopy on it, which is surprising. And again, we've got some seeds started over here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. In here I planted some more lobelia. I'm not really sure we need it. And here I've got some geranium cuttings. I tried a couple different types of cuttings. I believe 2 of them are stem cuttings, you can see the stems coming out, and the other 2 or other 3 are just purely leaves that I pulled off and stuck into the dirt. Curious to see if they'll all sprout roots. I think they will. I think the leaves will just take a little bit longer. And you can see this one over here already looks like it has some new growth coming out. So they seem to be doing pretty well. And then I just planted a couple of sunflowers. I really hate these little peat plugs that you get at the store, but I had some, Figured I'd try them out with some sunflowers. Might get some more just to fill this tray up, but I really don't like them. I can tell you I got some potting mix from my local nursery when I was at Ott's Exotic Plants. And then I got some, this is organic potting mix that I got at Ace Hardware today. You can see the big chunks in it. I mean, it did say it was for a raised bed, but that compared to this mix that I got from the local nursery, the mix from the local nursery is much nicer. It was also $10 for probably half the size of the bags you get at the store of the other potting mix. But sometimes quality, you gotta pay for it. So, actually, I think I had some other seeds. I think it's the geraniums, yeah. So you can see these geraniums are in it too, and just like the way it holds water, and we got real good germination from the geraniums and real quick, so they seem to like it. Some of the other mixes I used were seed starters. And the one thing about seed starters is there's no nutrition in it. So I did mix up, you see the little Miracle Grow there, a little bit of Miracle Grow in my sprayer. Oh, and here's my geranium with, can't remember what this guy's called, but it takes over. Grows real nice, but it takes over. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of this Miracle Grow mixture. And I really like this sprayer. It's a little pump sprayer. So you can pump it just a few times and then it's good to go. You don't have to keep using your trigger finger. But I'm just going to give these guys all a little spray. This is a very mild fertilizer. Probably a fifth of the recommended dosage for indoor plants. So, just going to give them a little spray. See if it helps feed them a little bit. Not even sure that they need it, but give them a little bit. Alright, well, I'm very excited to have some of these seeds started here. And the fig trees as well. And the fig trees will probably start to put out figs. I think I saw a couple of brabas. I don't think that they'll hold, but I think under this leaf maybe. Yeah, there they are. So a couple of brabas forming. Can't see what variety this is, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't think the brabas will stay on. See any other brabas hiding out in here? Usually Black Madeira will get some brabas and then drop them. No other ones that I'm seeing off the top of my eyes here, but yeah, fig season is almost here. We had a 70-degree day this week, followed by a 30-degree day. It's primarily in the 40s, and they're saying 50s by next week, and I'm looking forward to it. Nights are still below freezing. Usually our last frost is May, it's first week of May, second week of May. So can't really put anything out too soon. But I should be able to leave the greenhouse door open during the day in at least a couple more weeks here, and then just make sure to close it at night. So everything seems to do better with fresh air, and myself included, and looking forward to it. Hope you guys are enjoying the early spring and getting your stuff ready. And just remember, don't put those fig trees out yet. Trust me, I've done it many a time, and all you're going to get is heartbreak, because those fig trees, as soon as they get hit by that first frost, not only will they drop all their leaves, but it'll set them back about a month, because they'll have to drop the leaves and then recover. It usually doesn't kill them, but it'll take a while for them to sprout back out, and it can really ruin your season. I know I've had it happen. So keep those fig trees in. If they're in the garage, I know mine are starting to leaf out already. You're getting those really, you know, pale leaves, but there's really not much you can do unless you want to bring them in and out during the day when it's above freezing. And I personally don't want to lug all my plants in and out anymore. If you've only got a couple, it's worth doing, but when you've got a lot, it just becomes a real bother. So, alright, I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm PA Figs. Have a good one.